this video, we will be discussing the role of the delivery team and how the delivery crew should project a professional image to our customers at all times. The delivery crew plays a significant role in the company due to the crew being the only staff who our customers trust on their property. You become a privileged guest in our customer's home. That's why you should treat the customer and his or her home with dignity and respect. The demonstration today will cover the following important points. Part 1. How to load and secure a delivery vehicle. Part 2. Correct conduct and procedures to follow at the customer's house. Part 3. Assembling the products at the customer's house. Part 1. How to load and secure a delivery vehicle. One of your main responsibilities as the delivery team is to load and secure the delivery vehicle. This is not an easy task, and there are many steps and procedures you need to go through before you can start making your deliveries. Section 1. Merchandise checks. Before you can start loading your delivery truck, you must make sure that you have the correct merchandise and that it is in good condition. Make sure you do the following. Check the product codes of every item against delivery documentation. Inspect the quality of the original packaging of the merchandise in the cage. When dealing with multi-component products, double-check that all parts are present. Count the items in the cage and make sure the total quantity matches the quantity on the cage checklist or delivery note. You cannot make any manual alterations to the documentation. Now we can start the loading process. But what do you load first? Where do the smalls go? How do I make sure my vehicle is balanced? How do I secure the packages so they don't bounce around or blow off the vehicle? There are many things to consider. Let's start at the beginning and take it step by step. Section 2. Loading the merchandise. If you have more than one delivery destination for the day, it is important that you use your delivery schedule to plan your delivery route. In general, you must try and pack your vehicle in the reverse order of your delivery route. Let's look at this delivery schedule as an example. Here we see our last destination is a delivery of a bed set, so I'll be sure to pack this item in the truck first. If I go all the way to the top, I see my first delivery is a cabinet. I'd like this item to be at the front of the truck, so I'll be packing it in last. This is a good way to sequence your load because now your first deliveries are easily accessible and you will not have to unpack them at every delivery destination to reach the right package. This will save you a lot of time and effort. Now that you have made a general loading plan using your delivery route, you can start loading your items. Start with your large items first. If you are delivering a bed set, always pack the mattress first and prop it against a wall. If you are using an open truck, the mattress will always be against the back wall. Continue packing other large items in front of the mattress. For extra protection, it is a great idea to put fragile items like glass and mirrors between the base and the mattress. While loading these large items, remember that all heavy lifting must be done by 2 people. Use a trolley wherever possible. Please do not forget that you're working in a confined space and you must take extra care not to damage the merchandise. Always ensure that you fit your smalls and fragile appliances between your larger items. Besides the sequence, you must also keep the weight balance of your load in mind. the delivery team just realized their load is off balance. All of the items are on the one side of the truck. This can cause serious issues on the road and increases the likelihoods of items being damaged. The delivery team has no choice but to rearrange their load. Great! Now the weight of the load is evenly distributed on both sides of the truck. The delivery team can be proud of themselves for spotting their own mistake. Section 3. Securing the load. Now, apart from sequencing and balancing your load, you must also make sure the items are well protected. In order to properly secure your load, protective material must be placed between and around all the items. You might have noticed that our delivery crew placed blankets underneath and in between the merchandise during the loading process. This prevents items from rubbing against each other. Bubble wrap and cardboard strips can also be used this way. Properly securing your load is a very important task. It is best to plan ahead before you start the process. Inspect your load and see where the most support will be needed. Make sure all your merchandise is well positioned and items are loaded the right side up. Great! Now we're ready to start securing the packages. Corner plates with blankets folded into them are perfect for wrapping around the edges and corners of your items. This way, the webbing will not cut into and damage your merchandise. Webbing stabilizes your load and can be used in many creative ways. All the items must be secured as tightly as possible. Be careful, however, not to damage merchandise by making the webbing too tight. Don't forget to wrap your smalls and fragile items too. Secure cushions with webbing to keep them from bouncing around in your truck. Now your load is secure. Before we move on to the next section, let's quickly recap these principles so that we can be sure you remember all the important aspects of loading. Pack your vehicle in reverse of your route order. Pack large items first. Be sure to pack your smalls between larger items. 2 people and/or trolleys must be used for heavy lifting. Make sure your load is balanced evenly. All items must be placed upright. Use protective material in and around all your items. Make sure your webbing is not too tight. Once the load is secured, there is one final procedure that is absolutely critical: daily vehicle checks. The truck driver and his assistant are responsible for this task and must do this every day before leaving the service center. The fleet controller will assist the truck driver in this procedure. It is your task to deliver all the merchandise on time. I can think of nothing else that causes more severe delays and more unhappy customers than a delivery crew dealing with truck breakdowns. Daily vehicle checks are critical and can under no circumstances ever be skipped. Apart from keeping you safe on the road, daily vehicle checks alert you if there are any vehicle issues while they're still relatively easy and cheap to fix. This is what we call preventative maintenance. By making use of your vehicle logbook, the following checks must be done on a daily basis: engine, clutch, brakes, steering, electrical, tires, tail hoist, truck requirements, padlocks, seat belts, fire extinguishers, and the triangle and the body check of the vehicle. You may refer to the vehicle inspection list that you are required to sign off before leaving the service center. Now your merchandise is checked, packed, labeled, secured, and your truck is ready to go. Congratulations on successfully loading your delivery vehicle. However, once you hit the road, do not leave all our loading principles behind. After every delivery, make sure your remaining merchandise is still secure and in a safe position. If needed, readjust the distribution and redo the webbing of your load. Now that you know how to correctly load and secure your vehicle, we can move on to the next section. Part 2. Correct conduct and procedures at customers' houses.